much of this you want to play?
I don't know. Let's just play the money part.
Oh, at the end? Right.
Is it? Yeah.
Hold on, man. What the hell? I think I turned my shit off. All right, man. Here we go. Oh, shit. I guess I should turn
non-submissiveness. So there's a lot of
So I'm going to skip to the end, but the Joe Budden podcast is talking about women, submission, and money. So I'm going to skip to when Ish talks because it's a 4-minute clip. Subscribe to them. They got more subscribers than us. You're probably here because of them, so I don't need to tell you to go listen.
I think they don't want to. Oh, I'm sorry.
But they don't want. Yeah, they don't want.
A lot of women agree.
Right, here we go.
Like I agree with it. I think that like women had to do a lot on their own for a minute. For our demo, like in our age. Yeah, I'm only speaking in right. A lot of people grew up in a single parent household, so they really never seen.
I try to kill that narrative. Half of us don't easily.
A traditional interaction between a man and a woman.
That's true,
right? So a lot of women are growing up, and they saw their mother do everything. Mm-hmm. So when they now meet a man, you know what I mean? Like
I do want to pause and say Mike is correct. Y'all generation had more people with 2 parents household than my generation. That does need to be stated because I think that gets conflated, and I think we got to stop believing Facebook on everything.
Exactly.
Like when Mel tried to get off that, the only reason why we know who Caitlin Clark is because of Angel Reese. I knew she read that shit off of Facebook. Because that's total. Angel Reese got famous because she did the John Cena in front of Caitlin Clark's face.
We knew.
But we knew.
Yeah,
we knew both of them.
Yeah, we knew both.
And y'all knew who Angel was after that. But I let Ish continue. Ish, send me a hoodie, man. I know I be talking trash to you on the internet, but it's cool.
You grew up in a household like a traditional
totally
household.
fine emulating what they saw their mother deal with.
Right, but if you grew up in a household,
that is true.
Like I've dated women and been in serious relationships with women that had fathers, and I've been in serious relationships with women that didn't have fathers. It is night and day. It is. It is totally night and day.
That is true.
Right, like just how they view the world, how they view responsibilities, how they view
men.
Everything is night and day. Right, and so when she said submissive, who, me? Almost in a negative light, but then I've heard Mel talk about I just want to be in my soft life and let go and let the man lead. They are 2 totally contradictory ways of thinking and mindsets.
Not too much on Mel.
I think oftentimes, and this is where I think we as our demo fuck up, is we allow the money that you make. Okay, now I'm in submissive heaven. This nigga could be nowhere near a leader, but he make a bunch of fucking money. And so when this nigga makes a bunch of money, we automatically and we did this the other day. I wanted to bring it back up the other day when we started talking about black excellence, when we was talking about the puff shit. We immediately put this moniker on somebody that they are black elite and they are black excellence because they've reached a certain level of success.
I want to say this before I continue. Mike says that every week.
Every week.
Monetarily. These niggas don't be black excellence. They just be rich black people. You get what I'm saying? Like it's some professors out here that make $150,000 that raised 3 kids that went on to do great things. That's black excellence. They not rich. You get what I'm saying? So I think that when the women will immediately, you take the wheel. Because you make money. Because you make the money. Because you make money. But this nigga could be a fucking post office worker and be a strong, solid, dope-ass black man that is capable of leading us to success.
Come on,
even
Ebony.
if you make more money than me.
I agree.
Ish kind of ate on that one.
Ish is out of the crew. He is my least favorite. And I say this. He is my least favorite out of everybody. But I always watch shows if I am engaged by the least favorite.
Yes.
It reminds me of Homeland. I hated Carrie.
I thought you was about to say it reminds you of the pod, because I swear people just come in to like disagree with me.
Oh, facts. Well, they come in just to tell me how I look and tell me that I don't have no hair. Which is
back to your point. Carrie, yes. I hated Carrie.
I hated Carrie
the whole time.
Still watching.
Couldn't stop watching. Have rewatched.
So, Ish, when I talk trash to you online, well, I make a statement to you, and that's because I listen to everything you say, and I continue to engage to the pod because of you. And I think that makes a genius show. Yes. So, anywho, what is your take on this?
So Mel was saying what was you watched more Joe Budden than me. Like what was Mel take? Well,
I think they were having a conversation about just being submissive, and they be making jokes to Mel. I hate to do this because it looks like I kick Mel's back in every chance I get. I believe Mel plays a character every time the mic turns on. And I don't believe we get to know the real Mel Ford. I believe that because Mel Ford gets on there and she plays the ditzy blonde. And then when she gets mad at the internet kicking her back in, she reverts back to, hey, I'm a strong, independent, strong, educated black woman.
Code switching.
She is the best cosplayer of all time.
So that's what the ladies do.
So my favorite thing is Mel, who was raised by a white woman in Canada, I don't know what part, goes on BET all the time. They have a black woman's panel. I'm going to leave that at that. And the only reason why I say that is because if Drake don't ever get to go on any black male panel and speak about the black experience, he will never get invited to one. Anytime Drake goes to a black man panel, it will be to speak as a biracial person. Mel, because she's darker, and let's just bring colorism into this, gets to do that. And Mel use these big words that's not really big. If you went to community college, you don't find her vocabulary very extensive. That's what I didn't want to do. Because now it seems like I'm hating on Mel. But Mel gets to play this character. And honestly, that what I just explained is the character I believe Mel tries to play. I do believe Mel deep down is actually smart.
I mean, I definitely think she's smart. Like, matter of fact, I think I saw a clip with, I think that was the panel, right? Ebony K. Williams, Mel, and like two other sisters was on was on there.
It was all light skin. Speaking about the black woman.
Speaking of the black woman experience. All right. So Mel, Ebony K, we talk about Vivica Fox, right? Like all these women, it's like they conflate submission and money together, right?
Absolutely.
The more money you make, now I can live my soft life era, right?
Yeah.
None of these women have settled down with anybody.
Never.
Right? So submission has nothing to do with money, right? We got to stop listening to the conversation. And this is why I'm like, yo, Ish 8. Because there's solid guys out here that do not make a lot of money that are hella leaders.
Yeah, facts.
And part of submission, right? And I'm, again, not going to tell women what to do, but part of submission is being able to recognize when you are being led by a good leader.
Facts.
And then you follow that leader until the depths of the earth, right? The reason why I was like, yo, I was surprised Ish kind of like, went in the way he did is because we as men, oftentimes we feel like, yo, I don't make enough money.
Facts.
Right?
That's exactly what I was about to go to.
And then that holds us back from really being the type of men that should be taking the Mels, the Ebony K's, and the Vivicas off the market way prior to the ages that they are now.
Yeah, but the problem is if you don't make enough money, you don't have access to certain women. We heard on Poor Minds when Shorty was on there and was like, yo, if you make 50 grand, you can't date.
Absolutely.
And then here's the other joke about all that, which my homegirl, shout out to Sierra, she listens to us. She said, I'm surprised y'all didn't go in on the type of women she said $50,000 men should have access to, which she labeled as broke bitches, which that woman did, right?
Yeah.
And we never even got to that part of it. She was clear, was like, you need to get the bottom. She said broke bottom tier bitches.
Well, you can't. So that's the thing. You can't have there's no nuance on the internet, right?
None.
Like, so if we was to discuss like the ideal of the broke bottom tier bitches, right? What would happen is people would conflate all women into that, right? And then we get attacked for talking about all women, even though we're talking about what someone else said. So there's no nuance.
So when I look at it, I'm on Facebook and I'm in the Charlotte group, and there's a list of why are women single? Black women, actually. It said, why are black women single? And there's 10 reasons why. All of them was stupid. All of them. I'm not even going to get there.
Yeah.
But I turned around and I asked myself, why do I think women are single? And you know what? I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I think the number one reason on my list, and I haven't gone through my list, because I ain't want to get my back kicked in 2 weeks. One day I'm going to go on the ledge and just take this pod to the next level and just sacrifice myself. Number one reason, men don't make enough.
Well, because women are loyal to resources.
Well, I'm not even going to go there. We don't make much more money than women. And I think that has become a problem. I'm talking about the black community.
Yeah.
As my number one list. Because what happens is let's take my Atlanta example. I am making $67,000 a year, and I'm going out with a friend. Let's say I was single and I'm going out with a girl in Atlanta and she makes 64. And our first time going out, we went to dinner, got hookah. By the way, Atlanta, y'all putting a hookah bar besides Ebenezer Baptist Church is wow.
That is wow.
Like,
or ingenious. I don't know.
I don't know either, but it was. But think about that.
Think about it.
Think about if I did. Look, we leave the hookah bar. What if she did say I want to go to a strip club? Think about my 67 just went to 66. She didn't lose nothing. So she's still at 64.
Yeah, dude, women live a subsidized life, right?
And I understand that. So I thought that was the number one thing. So, and then you do have brokies. I'm talking about men who do demand submission out of women, and women are like, yo, why am I going 50-50 and being submissive? It's hard. I do think, and let me say this, and I know what the rebuttal is to that, but I will say this. Too many people are growing up witnessing their mom. This is my generation. Ish got the generations mixed up. My generation was really, the kids were shocked I had a dad, and then they were shocked he was darker than me. Let's keep it a buck, right? They were confused. But I had it's one of those things where you are watching your mom do everything. And these young boys who are being raised by single moms start thinking that's how women supposed to act and react. These young women who are raised by single moms start thinking that they start looking at it like, I don't want that. I mean, think about me and you. You watch your dad grow up with 2 jobs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I watched my dad work his ass off so that my mom could be home. And first thing I did was like, I'm either work smarter, not harder, and I'm not going to be overworked. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that some of these ladies are growing up seeing no man there and thinking like, all right, I could be an independent single black woman all by myself. And I don't want to do that. And I do think it is becoming this thing where submission is a trade-off for money. Is it lightweight sex work? I don't know.
It's definitely diet sex work. Definitely diet sex work. And again, that's not even what submission is, right? Like here's the thing. When I see a woman that's submissive, right? Like she's activating something in me, right? Facts. Like her submission activates my dominance, right? Like facts. I can already be dominant, right? But she's going to take it up to another level. Whereas it's just like, them pockets getting ran and you don't even really understand it, right? Because you want to make sure that she's okay because she has activated something in you. Yeah. I'm not asking a woman for submission. Nah. Like I'm not asking, I'm not demanding. So this idea that you can pay for submission, well, again, right? Let's look at Mel, Ebony, and Vivica. Like those women, if you were to take the collective list of men that those women have dated, right? I'm not talking about boink. This is not even meant to be disrespectful. I know those ladies have dated powerful, successful men. If you took the combined net worth of all those men, just those 3 women have dated, right? It'd easily be above $1 billion. Easily above $1 billion. Think about that, right? So that's the power of just being a woman. Right? So imagine what the power of submission is from a woman, right? If just being a woman can offer you access to that amount of resources, right? What do you think the false multiplier is when a woman is submissive to these type men? If you trade it for the money, you're going to get the result that Mel, Ebony K, and Vivica have.
Which they love to say until they're Vivica on the show. Yeah. This is what I want.
This is what I want. So again, right, the backside of this problem is, simps aren't broke. Simps got money.
They do got money.
They're loaded, right? Yeah. So when you start confusing money and submission, you are only going to end up, again, ish 8, right? You're missing out on the professor that makes $70,000 a year. You're missing out on the bus driver, the guy who has a CDL license that's one of the best drivers in the world. Literally has a driver's license to drive, right? It's literally in the 1% of human beings on the planet.
Who got a pension.
You're missing out on that guy. You're missing out on someone that might, be a carpenter, right? Somebody who could build a house. Zombie apocalypse. That's going to be the dude that you're going to wish you had, right? You're missing out on those guys. So again, I don't know why women are single. What I will say for men,
you want my list?
No, I don't want your list.
Come on, man. Let me do it.
What I want from the men though is to understand that, like, we're not going to be simping. We're not going to be pandering. We're going to be no Ben, and I'm going to make sure that I have a woman that I want to take care of. Facts. Because we're not doing this incel, never getting married. Like this is not the pod for that. If you one of those people that you're just like, I don't ever want to get married. Here's the thing. If you don't want kids, I agree. But if you do want children, right, we have to put these children in homes. And in that home, it has to be a mother and it has to be a father because the children are going to need the balance.
That's beautiful.
Shut up, man.
Time to be ignorant. Men don't make enough money is one reason why black women ain't single. Thinking that you got more time than what you really got is another reason why some of y'all single. Reality TV really messed up my generation. And let me tell you this, and I'm not blaming these people, but whether it's the Basketball Wives, the Kardashians, Love and Hip Hop, those type of shows.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Absolutely.
Reality TV screwed up my generation so bad. And it's a reason why a lot of black women are single. A lot of these locations, simping really messed up. It's the reason why a lot of black women are single. And I'm going to put it like this. You don't believe me? Go to LA, go to Miami, go to New York, go to New Orleans as a black man, as a broke black man, and tell me how much action you get.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And simping is become a problem. I mean, a huge problem because you got to think, all right, I'd say probably somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 10% of all men, right? Like black men, probably 5%, but 10% of all men are probably north of 175, which is kind of where you need to be if you're going to trick off money, right? So a guy that tricks off money, right? Like you go on a date and it's like, I could drop $300-400 a date, right? That, and I could do that 3 times a week, right? So $1,000 a week, right? $52,000 a year. Yeah, if you really want to trick off and you're north of 175, like even after taxes, if your student loan debt is low, you don't have any credit card debt, the only thing you probably have is a car note and rent, right? That guy can trick off that kind of money, right? Most women would rather wait for a date with that guy than to consistently go out with a guy that makes $70,000 a year that really can't take her anywhere, right? Because she knows that once she settles down, right, like this guy gonna take her out for 8 weeks, right? It's gonna be, Buffalo Wild Wings and Netflix and chill, right?
Shout out to Buffalo Wild
Wings. That's what it's gonna be, right? Versus she can wait her turn,
kitchen and cocktails,
and go out. Yes, exactly. Fahrenheit, right? I could get, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I can't date you and go out with that guy in 6 weeks, right? So I have to say, fuck you. Yeah. And then that way I can still go out with that guy. And then I can try to see if I can convince that guy. But the problem with simps is like they are running through women. That's another problem that we really don't discuss with simps.
Absolutely. And my last reason, and it ain't the really last reason, this is just off the hip. A lot of y'all got too many baby daddies. That's probably why y'all single too. Like that is an issue.
I mean, the wrong baby daddy is going to keep you single.
Facts.
Like not even like a lot, like the wrong.
Yeah, get that nigga locked up.
I mean, but nobody. That's the thing though. Nobody wants to date. You do not want to date a woman if that problem is going to be a problem you're gonna have to deal with 12 years from now.
Yeah, I will skirt away, buddy.
Yeah, like
don't kill me in the comments, but let me know why you think. But